Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I'll be finishing up our theme week, which was Halloween. So I was taking a very quick look at Halloween and then jumping into the Halloween 2018. So we had Corey that kind of went into this one. We know that this is a great film. I just wanted to jump back into it and to have a look to see how the film flows and what it opens up for Halloween 2018, which jumps in as a sequel to this film. So we have all our character build up. We have Laurie, of course, and Michael. The mention of like other few characters and bits and pieces that come into it, like different sheriffs and Loomis and things like that. And I'm not really going to go into that. Corey did a fantastic job of reviewing this film, and I think I'm just going to jump into this film, which is kind of a it took the route of being more brutal. I think there's a more elegance to this one, and this goes along the route of a little bit more brutality. But it's quite well done though. I know it has its issues and people don't like certain things, but I thought it's fairly good. Yeah, it's not the best, like I said, but it's pretty good. I quite like it. Kind of quite enjoy it. Like we have Michael at the start with new Loomis, Turkish Loomis, exploding heads shot there. Brandon. He mentions when they reviewed this ages ago, calling him Turkish Loomis, and I think that stuck quite well. But anyway, we have these podcasters, and they want to try and get some sort of interview with Michael. It just doesn't happen. Obviously, he doesn't really react to things, and even trying to show him the mask and things like that. So then they kind of go to Laurie Strode, who she's turned into a bit of a Rambo kind of woman. That's always thrown around, like that term, commando. Yeah, so she gives a small interview, and you can see that it's kind of destroyed her life, like being like this, like that night has consumed her life, and she's just training and planning and prepping for the inevitability that she'll meet him again. She had a daughter, but she was taken into custody. And yeah, like I said, this is like we see some of this family dynamic. We see her daughter, who seems like quite okay now, and she's like married with a husband. She has her own daughter, and that's the one that like gets a bit of focus with her and her friends. It's very reminiscent of the first one. There's a lot of mirroring going on here. There's actually quite a few mirrored scenes, like people behind bed sheets and stuff like that outside. There's reflections in mirrors. People falling from second floor of a house outside onto the floor and then disappearing, or stuff like that. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of like mirror with the original film, and it's actually quite a nice long shot. Well, sorry. Of course, he's being moved on Halloween, and the bus where he's going crashes, and he escapes, of course. And yeah, the killings commence. It's a really good scene, actually. The podcasters meet an untimely end, and their demise is pretty cool. But there's one bit where the female one, she's in the toilet, and he's killed. It's in this petrol station, this gas station, and he's killed a couple of the attendants and stuff, and he drops all this stuff over the edge of the toilet. It's all blood and teeth. It's pretty cool, and got some intense kills there, so already you can get the tone of the film. And yes, it's really nice. It's not quite long shot, but it is nicely done. It's kind of reminiscent of a long shot, so you're kind of following him into like a tool shed where he picks up a hammer, goes into a house, kills a woman with a hammer, is in their kitchen, picks up the kitchen knife, sees a baby, just glides past the baby, ignores it, like walks around outside, goes into another house, well, almost, where he goes looking through the window and see one of these reflections of him, and then the camera stops there, and then he continues round, and you see him come in and like kill the woman that's inside the house. That's kind of like quite nicely done. It's yeah, I kind of quite enjoyed that, and the music kind of all the way through. It's John Carpenter did the music, so it's really nicely cool. And like I said, there's the kills are pretty good in this. There's a lot of brutality. There's good suspense with it. Characters are a little annoying, I must admit. I don't really. Even Laurie's annoying. Yeah, I mean, it's like you can understand the reasoning why she is as she is, but she's okay. It's like there's just annoying characters in this. It's yeah, it's something that does drag a bit on the film. And Turkish Loomis, yeah, he comes in. So yeah, he's with one of the police officers, and they're trying to track down. Obviously, Michael. They go into this house and finding all these like deaths and stuff like that, and they get a call because the granddaughter, Laurie's granddaughter, narrowly escapes Michael. She's at his party, and then she leaves. Like, she has a fight with her boyfriend. She leaves his sort of friend who tries to try it on with her, who ends up getting killed by Michael. And she comes and sees what's happened. So she manages to escape. So she gets in the police car with Turkish Loomis and the police officer, and they're trying to find Michael, and they find him. So the police officer runs him over. He wants to get out and shoot him to make sure he's dead. And this is where we see there's a bit of a twist with Turkish Loomis, that he's actually deranged himself. He's kind of consumed by wanting to understand the evil of Michael, and kills a police officer, drags Michael's body into the police car, and he escapes. And during all this, Laurie and her daughter and the daughter's husband, the police have like kind of collected them and taken them back to Laurie's fortress that she has set up. Like I said, she's been planning this for years, so her house is like a fortress to deal with this situation. And obviously stuff goes down, like back to the police car, Turkish Loomis. He regains consciousness, and it does not end well for Turkish Loomis. He's driving them back to Laurie's. Obviously, he wants to see what happens when you put these two forces together. As I said, he's just demented, and he just wants to see what these things happen. So the granddaughter escapes. She's running through the woods, and this is where you kind of get some really dumb cops. The police are really stupid in this film. I think they're kind of written like that. There's even some dialogue at one point. I'm talking about these sandwiches and brownies and stuff. It's kind of, stupid. Yeah, they're just like dumb. But anyway, this is all kind of like gearing up to this crescendo at the end of the film. Obviously, Michael's trying to, like, there's the fight between Laurie and Michael in the house, and she has this trapdoor kind of room sort of thing. It's like a safe room, actually. And she's hiding, and he's trying to find where they are, and there's like big fights and stuff like that. And at the end of the film, we have like this big fire, and then what happens with Michael? Well, we knew that he wouldn't be dead, and that's kind of like the end of the film. We see the very final shot. It's tracked down to the granddaughter. You see her, she's holding the kitchen knife, and she stabbed Michael with, and then it just pauses, and that's the end of the film. It gets a lot of, well, it doesn't get a lot of hate. Some people really don't like this, others seem to really like it. I mean, I'm not massively into the Halloween franchise, but for what it was, I kind of enjoyed it. I can see where it kind of follows from this one. I think the original Halloween 2 is very good, so I don't know why you'd want to kind of Well, I understand from the storytelling point of this why it was discounted, but yeah, he gets a little bit muddled, as we know, like especially like, well, Rob Zombie picked up, like, redid the Halloween and Halloween 2. I really like the Rob Zombie films, actually. Like, maybe, like, the Halloween one from him is maybe my favourite of the possibly of the franchise. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not too high on the franchise. They're good films, but on the whole, there's some actual trash, actually. But yeah, we all know what the franchise is. But I enjoyed this for what it was. I'm not kind of too sure how the other two are going to be following this. Maybe this is the highlight of, like, the new trio, but we'll see. We need to see what happens. But anyway, that's the end of the theme week. Hope you enjoyed this review, and yeah, I'll catch you all next Sunday. Okay, thanks very much. Bye bye.